Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back in the Yorkshire Dales in Northern England, and this is the village of Muker. Behind me is the old village church which dates back to the 16th century, and this village used to have a big woolen industry, and they used to make hand knitted products and sell them in Richmond, which is a bigger town nearby. Apparently, in Elizabethan times, the woolen stockings were made popular by the Queen Elizabeth I, and they used to make them here. And then the lead mining industry took off, and that's where I'm going to go next. I'm going for a walk into the hills to find some of these abandoned lead mines, because last time I came to the Yorkshire Dales I didn't find them, but I'm doing a different route this time. In the village you've got a small exhibition about the history, you've got a little shop, you've got a couple of places to eat and public toilets, and an art gallery and craft shop. So you've got a few facilities here in the village. Behind me, this building was the Literary Institute, opened in 1860, and it was a place for a reading area for the residents of the village to go, although in practice only men used it. But nowadays it's used as an exhibition. It's free, so it's like a little museum about the history of the village. So apparently when the village used to have a lot more people living here, they used to have 4 pubs, but there's only 1 pub left today, and this is it behind me here. So before I start the walk today, I've decided to stop for lunch first because of the weather. The forecast said it was going to be dry and sunny all day, and the drive here took me about an hour and a half, and it rained the whole way, and I didn't bring any waterproofs because the forecast said it was going to be sunny here. So the forecast says in the next hour it will brighten up. So I think this is a good time to stop and have lunch. So I'm at the Farmer's Arms. This is the only pub left in the village. It's been here since 1814. So there's also a village shop here that sells local produce. For parking, there's a car park in the village, which is, I think it was about £6, maybe just under that for a full day. Free if you've got a blue badge. But there's also, just opposite the Farmer's Arms, there's a lane with a lot of cars parked in it. If you find a space there, then that would be free. So today's a Friday. I presume Saturday and Sunday you're probably going to have to arrive early to get a parking space in the village. There is a mobile phone signal here, which is good. Last time I came here I was in Gill, which is just a few miles down the road, and there was no signal there at all. I think though when I start the walk there's probably going to be no signal in that direction, but I've got the map downloaded onto the GPS, and I've also got the Ordnance Survey map for this area downloaded onto my phone. So I've got 2 things now as a backup in case I get lost and I lose the phone signal like I did last time. So a lot of people walk this route not just to have a look at the abandoned mines, but because particularly in May, this is a good route to see the wildflower fields. Unfortunately now it's August, I've missed that now, but I'll probably come back in May to have a look because I've seen other people's videos and it does look really nice. So because of that, they ask you to walk in single file on these paths. So I came here back in April, not the exact same route. In April I started from Keld village, which is just a few miles just further along this road. But up there's no phone signal. I've still got a phone signal at the moment, but I'm expecting to lose it at any time. So the route from Keld had no phone signal at all. And I got a bit lost. So I have another video on that where I was trying to find one of the abandoned mines. There are quite a few in these hills, but I just came to this part where it was huge rocks and I couldn't see a way out. And then I turned back. But at least I saw some waterfalls and some other nice things. The weather was nice all day that day. So it was still a nice day out, and the village of Keld is nice. There's a little museum there as well. So that's an interesting little village to visit. But I wanted to come back and try a different route to see if I have better luck this time. It's not a difficult hike. It's not too long. It's about 9 kilometres and about 170 metres of ascent, which isn't too bad. The only problem is I feel my Achilles tendon pulling a little bit, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too difficult. So this is the point I reached last time, and this is where I went wrong. So I didn't come on the path here at this low level. I started the walk up there on the path at the top. I came down past this bridge and I came down on the path I am now, and I shouldn't have done that. What I should have done is up there on the path at the top, I shouldn't have taken this path down and crossed the bridge. I should have stayed up there and taken a left. And not far down that path on the left is the first stop, which hopefully I'm going to get to this time. This time the Ordnance Survey map has been really useful, so I'll put a screenshot of that on the video so you can see what I mean. So this building is the first abandoned site that I'm visiting today. This is Crackpot Hall, which sounds quite a weird name. It comes from crack in Old English or Norse, meaning crow, and pot meaning cave or hole. I'm not sure how old it is, but it was definitely here in the 1700s as it was used as offices for the nearby lead mines. After that, it was a farmhouse. I'm not sure if it was built as a farmhouse originally, but certainly in the 1930s, there was a family still living here on a farm. And I think they were the last ones to live here. So it's probably been abandoned for almost 100 years. Around the back, there is an extension and it says 1890 on it. That will be after the lead mines closed. So that must have been when it was a farmhouse. This side that you can see behind me here is the older part. So I'm going to have a look around now before I carry on to the next site. So you might be able to see away in the distance there are some people just going down that hill there. They've come across this path here where you see a tree trunk, which is the path I took last time. I remember stepping over that tree trunk and then came along here, and then there's just all rocks at the bottom where you can't pass through. But on this path I'm on today, the higher one, you can see in front of me there's one of the ruins. So this is the second abandoned site that I wanted to visit today. So on this site you'll find the remains of Swinner Gill lead mine. This was in operation from the 1700s until the early 1800s, around 1820s, 1830s or so. Apart from that, I don't know that much about it, and I'm not sure what this building was. From the distance it looked like one of the old houses, abandoned houses on St Kilda that I saw a couple of months ago. But when I've come inside, I don't think it's a house. I think it's something to do with storage maybe, or something like that for the mine. But I'll show you what it looks like inside on the video anyway. This route up to Crackpot Hall was absolutely fine. There was a path the whole way, it wasn't difficult. This extra part from Crackpot Hall up to the mine, I wouldn't do this in winter, definitely not. It's a very thin rocky path along the edge of the hill. And it's still very boggy and wet around there, even though it's August. So I don't know what that would be like in winter, but it would be very easy to slip. So I would recommend this one for summer only. So I'll just have a look around and then I'll head back to the village. That's all from me today here in the Yorkshire Dales. I hope you liked the video, and if you're interested in other abandoned places, I've now got a playlist of the other videos where I visited other abandoned places, including some abandoned islands in Scotland. So I'll put the link to that playlist under this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.